But yes, some people who talked on Libyan TV, they did attack foreign journalists and they described them as spies or whatever. We totally objected to that. I myself came on TV and objected to that and said, this is wrong. We have decent, professional journalists. Yes, sometimes we get frustrated with some of the reporting that takes place. We sometimes feel misunderstood. We sometimes feel our case is not presented well to the international community, but these journalists are doing their job and they need to be protected and allowed to do their job. I will work day in and day out to make sure that the Libyan population understand that. I've asked, only today I had a meeting with my team. I have asked them to go and talk to the TV presenters, radio presenters, and journalists, and ask them not to take a negative view of the foreign journalists and not to attack any foreign journalists when they report on TV. That is why I would like you actually, maybe in a friendly, informal way, to meet with Libyan journalists, men and women, from newspapers and from TV and radio, and just talk and chat with them so they could see you and relate to you face to face. And since especially you are all colleagues and you all belong to the same profession, there is this link between you. So maybe when Libyan journalists, Libyan TV presenters and reporters, when they sit down with you, they will be able to relate and understand your position. If you think this is a good idea, I will arrange it for you to do this informally. You could meet here in this hall or in the cafe or in the restaurant or in the garden. And maybe I think this will help build some constructive relationship between you.
Is this the motivation related to this talk on
No.
television?
No, okay. I appreciate that you had to ask this question. Two things. This protest today was a people's celebration of a victory that took place in Jdabia today. Today we have captured, I always do not like to release figures unless I'm told officially, but the figure I received on the phone is 35, and we have pushed back the rebels who are advancing from Jdabia, and they are now beyond Zwitina, which is about, Zwitina is what, 60 kilometer. Zwitina كم من Jdabia, Hassan? 60, 70, 50, 60 kilometer? 30. You know better, you see. You've been there, huh? Yeah? So people were celebrating this, and of course the victory over the rebels in Zawiya. They're coming to the hotel, of course, is understandable because they think they want to be on camera, they want to be in the newspapers. Firing in the air is a very unique Arab culture phenomenon. Your Arab colleagues will tell you that people, Arabs, when they are sad, they fire in the air. When they are happy, they fire in the air. So basically, they fire in the air all the time. We apologize if this caused you any inconvenience or made you feel uncomfortable. As you saw, we did not allow anyone to come in. Some of you were brave enough to go outside and film the demonstration, and they saw for themselves that no harsh or negative feelings were directed at them. I think some of your colleagues, I saw you with cameras. So no, this demonstration is not related to any accusations of you being spies. Or another Italian. We don't have a confirmation yet. As I said, and this is not just directed at the Russian government, but this is our discourse for all governments. No one can come here with a plan that includes the departure of the leader, because simply this tells us that these people are not interested in the peace of democracy and democracy of Libya. They are interested in implementing foreign agendas in Libya. Now you have to decide, are you interested in peace and democracy? And then you come with an open mind for dialogue, or are you interested in a foreign agenda of dominance and occupation? If you are interested in peace and democracy, come with an open mind, talk to us without preconditions. If you are interested in the implementation of a foreign agenda, then you are not welcome. Okay, okay. I'm glad you forgot.
Sorry, David, BBC. Can you tell me where Saif al-Islam Gaddafi is at the minute? There was a suggestion a couple of days ago that he had made his own approaches to the opposition to try and find a way out of this main leader.
Well, I can't tell you where he is at this very minute, but I can tell you he's around. We meet and we chat and we talk all the time. He goes outside Tripoli to talk to people and comes back to Tripoli almost daily. He's in his office. He has a few offices around the city. As for the talk with the rebels, we have been trying to talk to the rebels for months. They are refusing any talk because, as I said before, they are terrified of peace. These people, they know they have no popular support. They know in a peaceful political democratic process, they lose out. Otherwise, if they knew they would win, they would have accepted the peace initiatives. But because they know they have no popular support, especially after causing NATO to attack us, they lost every credibility. They will have, the rebels, they will have to deal, not with Gaddafi, by the way, they will have to deal with the courageous, powerful Libyan tribes who lost their kids, their women, their children, either in the army as soldiers or in their houses as civilians. They have to deal with these tribes. That's why I say to you, Gaddafi is a safety valve. So I don't know whether Saif made a particular approach to the rebels. I can't comment on that. But we are opening our arms and our hearts to our brothers, even those who took up arms. If they want to talk, we are ready to talk. We have been ready to talk for months. From this very platform, I called upon the rebels to talk to us almost 3 months ago, even before NATO started attacking us. So it's no secret that we are trying to talk to them. But they need to stop conditioning us.
Sorry, I came back to my mind. Sorry, the question is, how much oil you still have? We see, of course, all the queues in front of the gathering station. For how long it goes?
You see, this is another, for me, a true sad thing. I would like to appeal to you as journalists, okay? You know, we don't have to convince you. When you don't have fuel for vehicles in a country, you only need to sit down in your room and think of the consequences. I don't have to prove it to you guys. When you don't have fuel, it means hospitals cannot operate. It means schools cannot operate. It means all vital institutions in the country cannot operate. We did take many of you before to the queues, to the petrol stations, to the hospitals, to the schools. The effects of not allowing us to import fuel into Libya are really disastrous. We have trouble operating our hospitals. Doctors cannot reach their workplaces. Nurses cannot come to their hospitals. Teachers cannot go to schools.
So can you tell us how much oil you still have?
No, it's not like how much. We do produce oil ourselves. Well, it's not enough. I can't tell you the percentage of how much we make for the country, but it's very little, and we are directing it to the vital organs of the state to keep the services going.
Can you give us an idea of the daily production, weekly production, how much we get in storage? Give us some numbers.
Well, if you mean by you, us, the state, yes, we do. But me personally, I don't. So I will get the information for you. Okay. If you remind me, I will talk to the oil Ministry of Oil, and I will get the information for you. But surely, as you can see from the queues, it's not enough. And we would like you, as decent professional journalists, to draw the attention of the world that vital services to the population are not being performed because of the fuel shortage. Libyan problem should be solved by Libyans, not by foreign powers. The African governments also made their position very clear through the extraordinary African summit in Addis Ababa some time ago, in which it demanded an immediate